After the success with the four-door Cayenne back in 2009, when Porsche launched their practical sports car, the four-door Panamera, purists scoffed at them. Porsche sports cars were not meant to have four doors, four seats and an engine up front, leave alone that it was an anomaly. The design received its fair share of criticism as well. Purists and car critics may have scoffed, but customers didn't, and they lapped up the Panamera.
So when the new version of this popular Porsche came into our Autocar garage, I was dying to get my hands behind the wheel. With all my travels, it's taken me a while. But now I finally got the chance, so I thought I'd give it some special treatment.
The Panamera has grown. It's now 34 millimeters longer, 6 millimeters wider and 5 millimeters taller with a 30 millimeter wheelbase extension. But with the increase in maximum height and more taper towards the rear, it has given it a sleeker and sportier profile. At the front, the hood features a prominent power bulge whose lines now extend deeper into the bumper. And typical of the others in the stable, it blends at the sides into strong flares on the fenders. The headlights have prominent 4-point daytime running lamps, and below them are bar lights that also double as turn signal indicators. At the side, the roofline is more coupe-like and stylistically similar to the 911. The front door has a deep recess that fades out into the pronounced rear wheel arch. Like on the previous car, the front fenders feature cooling air vents too. The mighty retractable spoiler is surely the talking point at the rear. And below that, the narrow LED rear taillights are joined together by an LED strip, giving it the impression of a continuous light. There's no doubt it is a striking car.
Step inside and it does ooze of luxury. Top quality materials, leather stretched across the dash, perfect double stitching across everything. But it's not just that. When you're seated behind the driver's wheel, that entire feeling of being in a cockpit of a car lets you remind that the heritage of this is sportiness. It's all there. You know, it's a beautifully crafted dash. There's one seamless flow of black right across the center, from the glossy piano black that's in front of the passenger side of the seat, to the TFT infotainment display, to the traditional 5 dials which have a central analog tack, and the 2 screens alongside that show you the rest of the dials.
The screens are customizable for various functions. The command center is suitably impressive for a 2 crore car. Gone is the vast array of buttons that the earlier Panamera had, and instead you're presented with touch-sensitive surfaces. The center screen is a large 12.3-inch display that is easily one of the best systems around.
Now the seats are ventilated, which is a great thing. Even when you're driving, you can remain cool and calm and collected, or they're heated, so if you're cold, you can warm yourself up easily. But the strange part about it is that even the driver's seat has a massage function. But I don't know how far I'd use it when I'm driving. Might get me a little too relaxed. I think in India, the only people using this function really will be the drivers while they're waiting for their owners to come out.
You don't walk into a Porsche showroom expecting a first-class rear seat experience. You prioritize a pure driving experience similar to the legendary 911. So normally, a Porsche is all about being behind the wheel. But the Panamera, with its 4-door practicality and business class-like rear cabin, demands your attention.
Well, Mumbai's roads being Mumbai's roads, they're still full of traffic even this late in the evening. So I'm going to enjoy being chauffeured around till I get to some open roads. Now, while you're pottering around at low speeds in your in-city and traffic conditions, the ride seems pliant and smooth enough. Of course, every now and then you thud through a bigger pothole and it reminds you of its sporting heritage with a little bit of firmness. But as you pick up the pace, it's a settled and smooth ride.
The Turbo gets 20-inch wheels as standard fitment, and Porsche does offer you the option of 21-inch wheels. However, for our rutted road conditions, which get worse with every monsoon, the standard 20-inch wheels would be a better gamble. The ride height cleverly alters from low, medium to high, a handy tool in our conditions, and you can call upon the high setting at any time. We managed to clear some medium-sized speed bumps without resorting to the sideways crab crawl.
This back seat is just amply spacious. I have loads and loads of legroom. Tallest of people will be absolutely comfortable over here. Headroom is good enough as well. It's a spacious, comfortable seat, and of course there's every gizmo on hand to keep you in the lap of luxury. I have massage functions on this seat, there's ventilation, I can recline my backrest back, and I even have a setting here on the control panel that will allow me to adjust the cushioning of my seat to medium or firm or soft, just how I like it. And of course there's every other control right here at my fingertips to allow me to do whatever I want.
Plush and luxurious enough, the back seat of a Panamera is a place that its customers will be happy in, and happier than before, I can say.
Well, as comfortable as this back seat is and as many gizmos as I have here, with the rain having stopped and that 4-liter twin-turbo V8 calling my name, I have to stop and get behind this wheel.
As I quickly switched over to Sports Plus, the exhaust made itself known. It isn't loud or really guttural, but it's enough to let you know you've shifted modes and there's a sports car heritage to be had.
Stomp your foot down on this accelerator and you can completely forget that this is a 2-ton car. You know, power just comes in so strongly. Those 550 horses galloping under the hood together will not let you forget that this is in sports car territory.
Well, to put a stamp to that firmly, our test figures threw up a 3.58 seconds 0 to 100. That's seriously quick for a car of this size and weight. 20 to 80 in third came at an equally stunning 2.51 seconds.
And that's really what's so pleasurable. I mean, just the punch overtakes just come so smoothly. The gearbox swaps cogs so efficiently that I've never really had to use the paddles.
And the icing on the cake is that the Panamera delivers this performance in a more responsible manner. It features cylinder deactivation, meaning it will switch over to sipping fuel and working on 4 cylinders on lighter load conditions.
Now, if that shove back into your seat isn't enough adrenaline for you, all you have to do is press the sport response button and you get an additional 20-second burst of power. Whoa, this is just absolutely insane. It's manic and I'm having a blast. I just can't wipe this grin off my face. Now, what lets you enjoy this power so much is the fact that this is not only a sports car because of the way it delivers power, but it's also a sports car because of the way it lets you feel connected to the road.
The optional Sport Chrono package also gets you launch control and direct access to the 4 driving modes: Normal, Sport, Sport Plus and Individual via a handy steering-mounted rotary switch. Sport Plus, as you saw earlier, calls upon the optimal powertrain responses. And it also adjusts all the complex electronic chassis control systems like the ride height adjustable air suspension, the electronic damper control, the electromechanical roll stabilization, and a rear axle steering switch to a maximum performance setting. The Porsche Panamera felt stable, planted and secure at all times. And though I didn't really have any winding sections of road, I was quite blown away by the handling for a car of its size.
Well, this car has definitely left an impression on me. Can't remember having so much fun in the recent past. What's impressive about it is its power-packed performance, the agility for a car of this size, and of course, there's that practical side too. I mean, it's a 4-door, 4 seats, has a reasonable boot. So here's a sports car that the wife and family won't object to, and you'll get enough thrill factor from behind the wheel as well.